What's good, Roonies? I don't know what type of thing to say during this video, like to start it off. So I'm gonna just start her off, okay? Now cue the intro. Why won't you die? How'd y'all like that emo generic ass intro, okay? Because I just made that and I was just like looking to make something different, and then that fucking piece of crap came out. So yeah, I thought I'd just like to share that with you guys. I'll probably never use that intro again, but how fucking emo is that intro? God damn. For every like we get on this video, I will eat one clouds. I will literally jump into the sky and eat a clouds. So Bart Baker's been missing off of YouTube for about a year now. Now, if you don't know who Bart Baker is or was, this guy was the YouTube parody king. Pretty much any song that you would see come out that was a popular song, he would make a parody to it. The last parody he made was of 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj.
Get Dre White, King of New York, looking for a preteen.
I'm getting washed up.
And they memed on 6ix9ine hella hard that entire freaking parody. They even put a Chris Hansen video at the end.
I wasn't gonna do nothing though, bruh.
Well, then why don't you tell me what your plans are with all these squirt guns full of lube and all the ice cream?
My dudes, why don't you tell me what your plans are with all these squirt guns filled with lube and the ice cream? What is happening right now? So now you know what this guy was known for. If you were a fan of this dude, whether you were a fan or not, really, you're probably going to be surprised at what's coming next.
Bet my youth on destiny. Let the past on honesty. I don't know how many live in agony. Live your life without worry.
So if y'all aren't really sure what's happening right now, he's pretty much the Justin Bieber for Chinese people. He translates famous Chinese pop songs and turns them into American songs and then sings them on apps like TikTok for his Chinese demographic. Now, how did this even come about? How does one go from having 10 million subscribers on YouTube, making like really edgy parodies that get demonetized, to now moving to China, being a Chinese pop star on apps like TikTok? Apparently he was just emailed by this guy who is now his manager, and he himself has 10 million followers. Not just that, all of his pets have their own following of at least 900,000 followers.
Do you put these on Douyin Kuai too?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 他们自账号有90万粉丝，90万。
Could you imagine how ballin' this dude is? I mean, his whole company is based off of making anything and anyone a viral sensation on the Chinese social media platforms. Now, if you all don't know this, Bart did release around 2 years ago a video explaining that he would have to stop making his parody videos if his videos kept being demonetized, and that he didn't want to ask his demographic or his audience to contribute just because he didn't want to be that type of person.
All the parodies are being funded out of my pocket. I really can't afford to make these parodies right now. I'm not gonna ask for a donation from you guys. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't want to do that. All I am going to ask for you guys to help support and keep this channel going and the parodies going is for you guys to subscribe to my second channel.
And then we see in this interview, the new interview that came out recently, that Bart actually had to undergo some therapy because of how depressed YouTube and what was happening to his YouTube channel was making him.
Actually, like, the more edgy it was, the better. Fast forward a year and a half maybe, and you know, I'm like super miserable. Going to a therapist.
Because of YouTube?
Yeah. You don't know how many YouTubers are depressed because of YouTube. So anyway, all this shit was going on and I was super unhappy, and I get an email and it's like, hi, we're a company from China. We think you could be very big in China.
So yeah, that's freaking crazy, man, and it really sucks to hear. And now he's doing what he's doing now.
I gotta listen to the song they sent me, and then I have to translate it, and then I have to record it, then I have to shoot the video, then I have to edit it.
So this is
rough translation, usually it just doesn't make any sense. So I have to totally change it all.
How do you change it?
I put the Chinese into Google Translate, and then I have to make all the words rhyme.
And that's what the fans are into.
That's what got the accounts really popular.
My thing is, why would you leave your old audience of over 10 million people to try to find a new audience, and you really just kind of left them hanging? You didn't give them no goodbye or nothing. Now they have to find out through an interview that you're on to new things. I mean, it's kind of fucked up if you think about it. But if making the parodies was something that you love to do, because I get it if it was like a passion kind of thing, you know, like maybe he's passionate about China, maybe he's passionate about what he's doing now. I don't really know.
Okay, so bye. Tokyo get well. I see you tomorrow, or maybe I'll see you tonight. I don't know. I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Jesus.
But I could understand if it was that. Now, if it was a money thing, though, like he says it was, then I just don't really get that, because he could have made some bootlegged videos, right? And he could have just had like a few $100 budget and still came out with some videos, and I'm sure that they still would have got that many views, because people make bootlegged videos all the time and they get just as much views. So yeah, you can go big and make it crazy. People will definitely like that. Might squeeze out a little bit more views, but you really could spend a few $100s and just make, you know, still have the song quality be really good. You know, you spend all the time on the lyrics, because really his lyrics were funny as heck, right? He could really sound good in the videos, you know, so it's not like he really had to have all this crazy stuff going on, like with costumes, scenery, props, actors, like all this stuff. He just didn't really need it, you know. Now, either Bart's new manager is straight savage, or Vice is savage for putting this in the freaking interview. Like, I don't know if he actually said this or if Vice just kind of made him say that. Like, that's a exaggerated translation. But in the interview, this dude straight said it wasn't because Bart was good looking. Like, Bart's not attractive. Pretty much just called him ugly as fuck, and said that the reason why they chose him was because he already had a following, and they saw that he was hardworking.
What makes you decide this guy, I can make him a hit here?
这个其实很难说了。像 Bart 的话，我们跟他一开始合作的时候，说实话也没有觉得他有多突出的亮点在。他就说他长得帅吧，也没有就是很帅的吧，可能有一点吧。那时候他 YouTube 有1000万粉丝，我可以拿他这个1000万粉丝，我去可以找我们抖音上的一些人跟他合作。
That's fucking nuts. He actually sits there, calls him ugly, says, yeah, he's not special. There was nothing special about him. You know, just the fact that he was able to get over 10 million subscribers on YouTube, make fucking the craziest parodies anybody's ever fucking made. Yeah, nothing special about him. But we could definitely use the fact that he has over 10 million on YouTube to try to get brand deals on TikTok. But get this, the guy who is the owner of this company and who is the one who brought Bart out here to, you know, make all this happen, he's afraid that Bart is also going to destroy his reputation.
Do you ever worry that Bart might say something politically that would get you and him in trouble, that he just doesn't know that's wrong yet?
我有担心啊，我很担心啊，因为我怕他哪天非常火了以后，中国的人把他的 YouTube 的视频拿过来，哦 ，Bart Baker 以前在网上宣传要抽大麻，这是他自己一个个人问题了。
Another thing, why is this interview just why does it seem so sad? It seems like oh my god, like he's over here being cool as fuck, and then it just seems like they're making this out to be some sad situation, like it's depressing and scary.
Life and death by a few can be seen.
It was okay.
You trying to hit the ing at the end?
I'm just
Is
trying
that
to
what you're
sound
hit
more like passionate.
That one sounds passionate.
Like, they honestly got my dude all the way fucked up with the background music and shit, making it seem like he's on a fucking episode of Crack House. Fucking sofas all fucking torn in. There's a huge hole, rats coming out of the fucking sofa and shit. He's on his way to cross the street into a fucking alley so he can score. Like, why are y'all doing this man's like this? Like, he said, let him be in China fucking recording his shit. Fuck. Ain't no Crack House. Ain't no crack whores laying all around and shit.
Leave Benny alone! Please! Leave
Bart Baker.
alone right now. I mean it.